Hello everyone, welcome to another video. And today I want to talk about a subject that I think matters to all of us and is important to all of us. And I'm talking about making the uncomfortable familiar or become familiar with the uncomfortable. Find joy in doing uncomfortable things. And I'm going to talk about why is doing uncomfortable things is important to us, to our self-growth, to our development, and in order to break through into new boundaries in our character and life, we need to learn how to love doing uncomfortable things. And by uncomfortable, I mean stepping outside of your comfort zone. And let me start by defining what a comfort zone is. So comfort zone is basically a psychological state where a person feels the most comfortable, of course, the most familiar, the most safe, the most secure, and the person doesn't feel any threats or any kind of strange wind that can change the situation they are in. You know, this is a comfort zone. But while a comfort zone is safe and is familiar and is secure, it is limiting our self-growth and self-development. And I'll explain why. So just imagine you're doing something new, you know? You're doing something new and your brain tells you it's not a good thing to do it, you know? Let's take, for example, let's go on the most basic one, you know, learning how to swim as a kid. Maybe some of you still don't know how to swim. It's okay, but let's just go with that example. Your brain tells you it's not natural, it's out of your comfort zone, you know, the first time you try to do it. But on the other hand, you really want to learn how to swim, you know. It can be also riding a bike, it could be whatever. Your body, mind, and stomach and guts tells you that it's not a good idea. You know, you feel fear that you're gonna drown, that you're gonna fall from your bike. You feel anxiety, you know, anxiety starts to kick in. You feel insecure. What will happen if someone will laugh at you for not being able to swim or riding a bike by yourself? And all of those feelings are normal, you know. They are normal in every situation that is outside of our comfort zone, like these two situations, but they are not really helpful, you know. Although they are natural and they are normal, they are not really helpful for us. But this is exactly the moment where we are developing and evolving, you know. That moment where we jump into the water the first time, you know. That moment when we try and ride the bike alone for the first time. Those are the moments that will later become a really important steps in our development towards the big thing, you know. And right now I talked about really two specific things, but in my opinion, everybody should go and pursue at least once a day in their daily life, and also in general, if you talk about like in life as a big thing, you know, you should go pursue from time to time those challenges, you know, those outside of your comfort zone challenges. And I could tell about myself that a really uncomfortable outside of my comfort zone situation was when I was in my army service, which I talked about on another video, and moving outside of my home country as well. Right now I don't live next to my parents, next to my friends, you know. This is also a really uncomfortable situation. And also talking to a camera every day, really uncomfortable for me. And also going to the gym every day and doing cardio for 45 minutes on the stairs. I'm doing it on the stairs. Again, really uncomfortable, but I am aware to the benefits that doing uncomfortable things give me. And I'm sure the benefits applies to each one of us who will try and do those uncomfortable things, you know. And after I'm doing those uncomfortable things and I'm achieving to go through it and push through the pain, as I mentioned in another video, by the way, but after I'm doing that, I feel satisfaction, I feel good about myself, I feel happy, I feel in a way, of course it's not true, in a way I feel like bulletproof, you know, as a mindset. I mean, I feel I have like a bulletproof mindset that if I could do this, I can do almost everything that my day will throw at me, you know, because I do it in the morning. And this is where we want to aim at. And this is what I'm talking about when I'm saying become familiar and comfortable with the uncomfortable. And let's talk for a second about another element to it. Everything that we're gonna do in life long enough, we're gonna get used to the feeling beforehand and the feelings we feel while we're doing that thing. And we're also gonna learn how to control those feelings better. And this is again where the self-development happens, you know, for us. So let's say you do something uncomfortable the first time, talking to a camera, you're riding a bike, you're trying to learn how to swim, whatever, really, it can be anything you can think of, anything uncomfortable you can think of. But first time you do it, feels weird. Anxiety kicks in, fear kicks in, all of those feelings kicks in. Second time, the next day, you go in and edit again, you know. Fear kicks in, anxiety kicks in, everything else kicks in, the stomach starts to feel weird. Normal, as we said already. But by the time you're gonna do it 10, 20, 100, 200 times, you're gonna be able to be more calm when that anxiety kicks in. You're gonna be more zen when that fear kicks in, and you're gonna learn how to control those emotions in times of need. And this teaches you composure. It teaches you how to control those emotions in moments of stress or moments of fear, you know. And it is crucial to our self-development. And it also teaches us resilience to situations like that, and again to situations where life just throw at us stuff. This is when I mentioned the bulletproof mindset. I'm not saying you are bulletproof, but the resilience to situation like that rises. And it's not easy to do, you know. So if I give you some strategies to deal with uncomfortable situations, unfamiliar situations. So first of all, I would encourage you to pursue at least daily one physical situation. And I'm talking mostly like exercise, you know. And on your yearly calendar, I encourage you to put something big, you know, like a hike, a marathon maybe, half a marathon, you know, climb. It can be also jumping out of a airplane, you know, something that you don't feel comfortable doing and you know you're gonna fear, and the anxiety will kick in and everything, all of those feelings will kick in. But you do it deliberately in order to overcome and control those feelings, you know, and work on that. So again, it's basically just go at it. Start from small. Start from really small, whether it's go run, whether it's eating right, whether it's learning how to swim, whether it's learning how to ride a bike. But start small and slowly build those brick by brick steps until you get to a marathon, until you get to climbing a mountain, until you get to all of those big uncomfortable spaces, you know. Because as the uncomfortability grows, also the positive impact it will have on you will grow. The uncomfortability is as big as the benefit. And it also has something to do with routine. You gotta have a routine around it. It's just about embracing it as a whole, embracing self-development as a whole, and accept that this is the way that we evolve, and this is the way we can develop and improve ourselves, you know, by just deliberately stepping into those uncomfortable situations. And one person that pops into my mind right now will be David Goggins, you know, but he's a really extreme example of that. You know, you don't have to be David Goggins level of extreme in order to benefit from those uncomfortable situations, you know. You don't have to put yourself in his shoes in order to benefit from those uncomfortable situations. But there is a lot to learn from him, definitely, you know. And I read his first book, his second one I didn't read yet, but I recommend you to go check it out. He actually talks about it a lot. And I'm sure each one of you can think of another example of someone who really encouraged others to step out of their comfort zone while showing the benefit of it. And as I said, I can tell about myself that I'm doing it in my daily life already from a really young age. And I know a lot of people also doing a cold ice bath each day, you know, cold saunas or whatever. Everything of this kind of stuff is stepping out of your comfort zone, and it is good. And it exactly works on those feelings I told you about. Your blood pressure will lower down, your anxiety will lower down, your fear will be gone. You're gonna feel more comfortable, you're gonna feel more secure about yourself, you're gonna feel more confident about yourself. And this is where your self-growth will come from. So yeah, one tip from me to you, as I said, just start from the small things and try to evolve as time goes by. Try to build a routine around it. Try to be patient. Try to be consistent. And just let the hard work do its thing, basically, you know? And yeah, so this is what I wanted to talk about today. Good to be back in the old frame. And if you guys are not subscribed yet, please do. And I hope I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Thank you very much.